Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on May the 11th, 2021. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for education purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. So in terms of news that's coming up, we do have Bank of England. Governor Bailey speaking. So we will have to look at the forward guidance here. So already we have seen Canada talking about interest rate hikes or tightening of monetary policy, and Bank of England did the same as well. So this is where pound has been strong because of Bank of England talking about tightening. So any sort of comments in regards to tightening of monetary policy or any forward guidance from Bank of England will actually be positive for British pound. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then we have a whole bunch of Fed members speaking here as well. So with the Fed members, again, it will be, the concern will be the inflation numbers. If the inflation numbers start posing problems, or they start looking like they may get out of hand, that would be concerning. And Yellen did talk about basically tightening of monetary policy. So any sort of mention in that respect will be positive for the US dollar. So we will watch out for that. It will be negative for the stock market, but positive for the US dollar. All right, so let's go on to our charts here. We'll start off by taking a look at euro dollar. So euro here, it is right into resistance. This is a major resistance that price has struggled with several times so far. At one point it went through, but it wasn't able to hold and came back. So here we are again. As we can see, price has dropped from here, and we have an inefficient move here on Friday. So with this one here, what I'm looking for is this type of a move here. So if it holds below 1.2150, we're essentially looking for a drop all the way into 1.2050 level here. So bias for coming up here would be bearish here and looking for a move towards 1.2050 level here. So bearish bias. First target though, we are going to be hitting support at 1.2110. And this is where the test will really be. Can price go through the support level? If it goes through the support level, then essentially we're looking for a drop. But what could happen is we could see something like this. So this is why this is important. As we can see, price has respected this level several times. So if it breaks through to the downside, then this one turns bearish. And next target is 1.2050. So watch out for this one. So first we're looking for a bit of a pullback and then looking for a drop. So pullback, potential pullback level 1.2150, and then 1.2110 is the first target, 1.2050 is the second target. Pound here, pound did go up, like I said. Bank of England and Bank of Canada are two central banks that are at this point, they have been talking about tightening the monetary policy. So with that, this is bullish. So in this case, next target is 1.4235 level. Now, keep in mind, we are into resistance here, and price could struggle. So it's coming right up into resistance at 1.4235 level. So we'll keep that in mind. So bias here is bias is bullish for pound dollar. Just be careful with the just be careful with that resistance there. Next target 1.4240. Aussie dollar here, bias is bearish here. So we have a nice bearish candle close. Price did go through the resistance and then came back. So in this case, looking for a drop or move back into the range here. So overall, it was at good resistance. So with this one as well, bearish bias. But again, things have been volatile. So watch out for support. So this is our strong support resistance level at 0.7800. So bearish bias in this case, first target 0.7800, second target 0.7750. So bearish bias here for Aussie dollar as well. New Zealand dollar, this one as well, looking bearish at this point, as we can see, looking for a bit of a pullback and then a drop. In this case, first target is 0.7220, and then if it continues through that, we would be looking for price to come back all the way. So bias here is bearish for New Zealand dollar as well. Dollar CAD here, Canadian dollar still holding strong. So bias is still to the downside here. 1.2060 is the first target, and then 1.20 will be the second target. So bias is bearish for dollar CAD. All right, let's take a look at our commodities here. Silver. Silver went into 27.85 into next support resistance level and then bounced off. So we are seeing a similar reaction here. So bias here is bearish for silver for today. We may get a pullback. So either into 27.42 or potentially even higher into 27.65. So those two levels are the ones to watch. And then looking for a drop here. Something like this is what I would be watching out for. So bias, bearish bias here. First target 27.10, and then second target is 26.80. So bearish bias here for silver. Gold as well, looking a little weak. It did go into our resistance level, but now it's in our resistance. So this is a strong resistance level. Price has not been able to go through this. And we did see that move lower from there. So in this case, we may get a move back down towards 1813 area, back into the support here. So bias here is bearish for gold as well. Oil here, oil is still sideways here. Price has been stuck in this narrow range for a while, or actually for a few days, I should say. Prices came into support, bounced off. So this is twice prices bounced off of this level, but we don't really have a bullish candle. So in this case, I'm looking for a retest again, 63.85. If it holds, then looking for price to go back towards the top of the range here. So neutral bias right now, expecting a move between 66.70 and 63.85. Copper here, quite a drop for copper, nice bearish pin bar here. So with this one, watch out for a bit of a pullback, potentially into 4.70, and then looking for a drop here. So first target is 4.60, second target 4.52, so bearish bias for copper. Bitcoin here, Bitcoin is still stuck in this range. It did go to test the high here at 59,500 and then bounced off of that. So we have a nice bearish candle close here, looking for price to come into the support towards 52,500. And then potentially it could bounce back into the range. For now though, bearish bias target is 52,500. S&P 500, this is looking bearish. We have a nice bearish engulfing candle. There was that run up on Friday, but price has dropped from there. So looking for a drop back down towards the support level once again. 4120 is the target. So bearish bias here for S&P 500. NASDAQ here, quite a drop for NASDAQ. Price wasn't able to go through this resistance. So we are back down again. Bias here is bearish in terms of our target here. First target is 13,175. And then if it continues, we're looking at 13,100. So bearish bias here for NASDAQ. And we are looking for a bit of a bounce up and then a drop. So bearish bias here. And then Dow Jones here, we have a nice bearish pin bar, looking for a drop here. First target is 34,450, And second target here is 34,200. So bearish bias for Dow Jones. DAX here, DAX also struggling with the other indices here. So this case, bias is bearish, and first target here is 15,180, and then 15,000 is the second target. So bearish bias. And FTSE as well, looking a little bearish. It couldn't make it through. So now looking for a drop. First one is fairly close here, 70.20, and then we are looking at 68.90. So bearish bias for FTSE as well. With Nikkei here, Nikkei did go into the first target here at 29,650, but then we have a nice bearish pin bar now. So looking for a drop. In this case, 29,000 is the first target. And then below that, we have 28,650. So bearish bias here for Nikkei. All right, so that's it for today. You guys have a wonderful trading day, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Bye for now.